So, Bloor Street bike lanes. All right, this is what it looks like before the lanes are being put in. I got the ROM over there on our left, bunch of cool old stuff there. And this is right around rush hour, like just before 5 o'clock at night. And oh, what do we have there? A FedEx truck right away blocking one of the live traffic lanes. And over on your left there, that's kind of cool. That's Varsity Stadium where John Lennon played last minute gig in 1969. And you see tons of bikes parked right away everywhere. And this is like we're getting into U of T now. So this is St. George, tons of bike traffic year round on that stretch. And this is the stretch of Bloor where City Council voted overwhelmingly in favor of a pilot project, 38-3, coming to you late this summer. And I think, like, the first thing I noticed in biking this was that there really wasn't that much traffic. Like, it wasn't that busy. There's lots of rooms for bike lanes. And if you look, I mean, the traffic really is tending to stay on the left side because nobody wants to get mucked up by cars turning right or what have you. So traffic staying to the left, and again, tons of bikes are parked here. And I think the arterial roads, oh, and this is weird, because if you look at this, now you get these guys are stopped. I'm like, why is everybody stopping here? There's no light or anything. And then I realize what's messing up this traffic here is this one guy stopped. And it's incredible how one car stopped messes up everybody else, like it stops the entire flow. If it's one bike, everybody, of course, can just flow by, not a big deal. But in approving the 10-year cycling plan, it's a drag at the last minute. All the major arterial roads, Bloor, the Danforth, Yonge Street, etc. I believe it was Councillor Jane Robinson kind of put the kibosh on it. Last minute motion holding off on the big streets until 2019, waiting until a study was done that these bike lanes are going to be used. Well, you know, first of all, I think we've proven time and time again, like if you look at Adelaide, cycling volume tripled on Adelaide after the protected lanes were installed, and motor vehicle volumes flowed the way they were before. So you triple the volume, you direct cyclists to go in one place, it's safer for everybody, and you don't screw up car traffic. I don't know how much proof you need, but it's undeniable the number of people biking in Toronto now. It's growing and growing. Okay, so here's a turnaround point, and that's Shaw. Tons of bikes on Shaw. And as we turn around, one thing that's kind of cool to me, I first noticed, like, there are tons of empty parking spots. In fact, there's more empty parking than there are parked cars. And I did actually do the math. About 60% of the parking spots available on the south side of Bloor right now during rush hour were vacant, which is one of the big concerns. But, oh, and by the way, the business associations of Bloor are behind the bike lane. Community support is overwhelming. And there's 3,350 cyclists that ride Bloor every day. Now, can you imagine if all of those people switched from their bikes and got into cars? Can you imagine how messed it up it would be, how much gridlock? And I also did the math. If you put all those bikes and turn them into cars, it would be 20.42 kilometers worth of cars. It would be a ridiculous stretch, and it would mess things up. Of course, you can fit 9 or 10 bikes into the space of one car. So the more people start biking, the less congestion there is on our roads. And really, I mean, cyclists are making Toronto better in so many ways. It's not just gridlock, it's also improving the environment, improving their own health and way of life, reducing healthcare costs, reducing greenhouse emissions. And bike lanes themselves make the roads safer for all users. And in a recent Angus Reid poll, over 70% of Torontonians say they would cycle if infrastructure was improved. So I think the bottom line there is, folks, build it and we'll use it. And you know what? Most people either cycle themselves or they know someone who does, a loved one, family, or friends. Cyclists are making the city better. Well, we're getting back to where we were in the beginning here. Did that just screw up? Are you still recording? I don't even know. Oh, you're killing me. That wasn't a... Anyways, my recording thing screwed up, but again, here we are back to Harbour and tons of bikes, or I mean, I should say St. George, which leads to Harbour. But lots of open road, tons of room for bikes, tons of room for a bike lane, and I don't think it would screw up traffic. I think it would be better for everybody. So let's get this bike lane going on Bloor, and it'll be interesting to look at what it's like after it's built. But this is the pre-version. So that's it. Get out there, feel the freedom, enjoy the ride, and ride safe.